Hey, good morning, family. Reggie Pegues here, prosperingdad.com. And I want to wish you a wonderful Wednesday. Hope you guys have had a great week up to this point, and you're really just experiencing your best, your highest and best self, and your plans, your visions, your goals are all coming together. As always, guys, if you are watching me on YouTube, we're now over here on Facebook, so indulge me as I acknowledge people as they come on. As you come on, please type in the comments. Let me know where you're viewing me from. Also, could you please type in the comments whether you're viewing live or you are watching the replay. As always, today we're continuing with our You Are Worthy series. Good morning, Reggie Carswell. Good morning. How are you, my brother? Very excited about what you got going on. Good morning, Danielle Roberts. Good morning. So as you can see in the title today, we're going to talk about, are you protecting your mind from people who want to exploit it? How can we stop it? How can we stop it? Now, when I mention it about people who want to exploit our mind, that could be people that are in our immediate circle, people that we associate with each and every day. But what I want to expand on today is a greater exploitation of our minds. Okay, so the question I want to ask you guys today is, how much TV do you watch? How much TV do you watch? The average person watches anywhere from 6 to 8 hours of TV a day. 6 to 8 hours of TV a day. And when you look at that, obviously, we all know that 8 hours of anything could could be the equivalent to the time that we spend on a job, or, that you do each and every day. Each and every day. 8 hours is a lot of time. But here's what I want you to understand, that those things that they call commercials, and even the programs that you watch, they're all sending messages. They're all sending messages to us. So I have 3 points I want to hit on today. And point number 1 is this. Your body can be free, but your mind can be a slave. Your body can be free, but your mind can be a slave. So you're saying, Reggie, what do you mean by that? We have freedom of movement if you're not incarcerated, but our minds can be enslaved. Our minds can be enslaved by what we allow through our eye gate, what we allow through our ears, and what we allow to permeate our thoughts. I want you to understand, they call it mass media for a reason. And it's really a mind control mechanism to influence people to do what they would have them to do. For example, a 24-hour news channel's real intent is to keep you in fear. Why? Because when a person your mindset is ravaged with fear, you're easily controllable. You're easy to be able to be manipulated because you're so afraid. You're so afraid of the economy. You're so afraid of this war. You're so afraid of that war. You're afraid that if you go outside your front door, you're going to get murdered, that something's going to happen to your children, that something's wrong with this, that, and the other thing. Now, I'm not saying that we should not be aware of information, but what I'm talking about here is the mental manipulation that is ever present. Have you ever wondered why they spend millions and millions and millions of dollars in TV programming? It's all to control our minds. So like I said, point number 1 is, you can be free in the body, but a slave in your own mind. Which goes to point number 2. Be careful what you allow into your mind. Be careful about that. One of the things that they have clearly manipulated us into believing is that if we sit willingly and give up 6 to 7, 8, some people 10, 12, 14 hours a day watching programming. And that's why they call it that, programming. We're just allowing these subliminal messages into our mindset and allowing external forces to control the way that we think. It controls our habits. It shapes our narrative. It develops our relationships. It develops and influences our social conscience. So we got to be aware of this. I have one of my coaches, my financial coach, Myron Golden, actually. And he lives by this premise. He does, but in the beginning, when he was first building and creating wealth for himself, he honestly and believes this wholeheartedly that if you're not making $20,000 a month, you shouldn't even have a television. Now, a lot of people, we're to the point. Think about this now. I come from a generation where I remember when there was just one television in the house. Just one. Not one in every room, not cable. I'm kind of dating myself, but I remember that. And it had us to do other things. You had to be creative. You had to use your imagination as a child. You had to come up with things to entertain yourself because there was one television. And generally, your parents controlled that television. So what you watched, what they watched. You might have had some time during the day when they weren't watching it. They allowed you to watch what programming that you wanted to watch. But even then, and if you look at those generations now as opposed to the generations of today, with so much, they're so saturated with so much information and it doesn't stop. With cell phones and tablets and cable TV and YouTube and this thing and that and the other thing, our children's minds are not at rest. So you got to be mindful. I'll tell you a quick story. I am very, if you know me, it's funny, my daughter even says it. She says, well, Daddy, you're overprotective. No, it's that I understand this principle. So I monitor what goes into her mind. Do you know that we will spend more money on things of no value, things that are not income-producing assets, but income-reducing assets? We'll spend more money on those things than we do on personal development or what we put into our own mind. Okay? Guys, I've been sitting on the side for a minute, and this year, I decided I'm going to start pursuing my passions again. One of my passions again is it's real estate. I love real estate because as a kid, I loved Monopoly. And with real estate, it's just like Monopoly to me in my head, but the money and the houses are real. But the reality of it is that I love helping people. I really love helping people. So my daughter says, Daddy, because I go on her tablet. I check her history on her tablet because I want to know what she's listening to. And we have a great relationship because we have an open dialogue. And I've at least instilled in her that I may not agree with everything that she will do in her life, but we can always talk about it. So, and she tells her friends, she said, listen, my father's overprotective. But I do it because I understand and I value her mind. I value what goes into her mind. Okay, guys, if you're getting some value, drop value in the comments. Let me know that you're getting some value. So we got to be careful about what we allow into our mind. Because you got to understand something. Particularly if you have kids. Your kids are going to model your behavior. Your kids are going to model your thought processes and the things that you bring to the fore, the things that you demonstrate, and they're going to model that. So one of the things that I love about my daughter is that I wasn't always an avid reader. I wasn't. I had bought into the thing. They used to, there was a story. If you want to keep something from a person, put it in a book because most people don't read. That's why a lot of people don't go to the library because it's free. So I had to change that mindset because when we want to model something, and again, thinking about what I wanted to put in my mind, controlling the information that went into my mind. I wanted to supplant the negativity that was going into my mind with value. I wanted to do something. If I wanted to change my life, ladies and gentlemen, you got to understand, whether you're watching live now or you're going to watch the replay. And again, if you're watching live, if you're just coming on, type live. Let me know where you're viewing me from. If you're watching the replay, type replay and let me know where you view me from. But I had to control what was going in my mind because, see, we're conditioned. We're conditioned. We get to the place where we're conditioned and we just accept things as they are. We believe that this is just the way it is. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. You have responsibility. You have control. You have power. But if you're not protecting and being the vanguard to your mind, if you're just allowing garbage to go in and you're allowing yourself to just be manipulated and you're allowing yourself to be controlled externally, and if you're allowing yourself not to be the hero in your own story, if you're not allowing yourself to write your own narrative, then what do you expect? Because when you give that power away, the people that you allow to exploit you are going to do exactly that. They're going to exploit you to their benefit. Okay, so you really got to be careful about what it is that you allow into your mind. And then my last point today, I got 5 points today. If you want to know more, type more in the comments and I'll gladly share it with you. Or you can inbox me at the end of this live and I will gladly share with you the other 2 points that I have today. But the last point I want to share with you guys is this. You, as I already alluded to, you can control what goes into your mind. You can control it. I can't tell you, since the beginning of this year, I was doing, yes, Reg, you're right, what you allow into your mind, exactly. I have cut down, almost cut out watching TV because of what we're discussing here today. I have friends that actually don't have TVs in their homes. Now that to me is impressive. What does that do for you? If you're really understanding that whoever you look up to, and my man Reg, he gets to hang out with some very special people, and I'm sure that he can concur with this. They have a different way of utilizing their 24 hours in a day. Okay? I'm sure that the people that he knows, that he's blessed to associate with, is that they do things differently. They approach it differently. Their mindsets are different. They value their time. And that's what successful people do. They value your time. The lie that we're told as an employee is time is money. And that is the biggest. Good morning, Dennis. Thank you for joining. That's the biggest lie ever. Time is not money. Because see, here's the thing about time. Once it's spent, you cannot get it back. You cannot get it back. But I want you guys to understand, not only are you worthy, but you have the same 24 hours that every other person has on the planet. The difference is this: what you do with it. What you do with it. Because time is the only thing that we have that is, once it's spent, we cannot get it back. You can, if you lose money, you can always get it back. If you lose a job, you can always get another one. If your house burns down, God forbid, you can always build another one. You know, but people and time are the only things that we can't replace. So you got to control what it is that goes into your mind. So as we recap again, are you protecting your mind from people who want to exploit it? People in your life, as well as social media and mass media. Are you controlling that? Why is it on Facebook that the most ratchet things get the most likes? But when somebody brings some value and content, nobody supports that. It's because of conditioning. We're not controlling what's going in our eye gate, what's going in our ear gate, and what's going into our mind, especially into our subconscious mind. And you can be free in the body, but a slave in your own mind. Good morning, Jolie. Good morning. You could be a slave in your own mind. Be careful of what you allow into your mind. Guard it. Your mind is your most valuable possession. So you got to guard it with your life. And lastly, you got to control what it is that goes into your mind. All right, well, guys, listen, you guys are worthy. I appreciate each and every one of you joining me each and every day. Again, if you're just coming on live, type live in the comments. Also type in the comments, let me know where you're viewing from. If you're watching the replay, please drop replay in this. If you got some value, please drop value in the comments. Please go over to my YouTube channel, Hollis, Hollis 205 on YouTube. Like this video today. Like whatever video that you watch on my channel. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button there so when I upload new content, you'll be the first to know. Hit the notification button here, particularly if you want to be a regular participant on our You Are Worthy series, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern. And like and share this video, please. Like and share this video. Share this video because someone you know needs this word today. Guys, you're worthy. You're worthy to have the life that you want. You're worthy to have the outcomes that you deserve. And you're worthy to be able to do and have all the things that you want in your life. But it starts with being 100% responsible, okay? Guys, on that note, listen, I look forward to talking to you guys on Friday. Have a great day. Stop saying that it's hump day. Real bosses, it's hump day every day. And everybody that's on here, you're a boss, okay? Take care of your business. And I'll talk to you on Friday.